I was in a long-term relationship with a woman that I met when I was in 7th grade. We were together for a long time. I wasn't okay with committing to somebody. In my mind, I feel like, hey, look, we're already married, basically. We live together, we go on vacation together, we work together, like, we are basically married without the ceremony, is how I thought. Then things just started to kind of become mundane. Things got pretty dark in the house. The energy wasn't there, we were in the same room, but we weren't really there. And then obviously the expected outcome happened. We kind of went our separate ways. During this time, I was at the lowest of my lows, and the only thing that I could do was just get my butt to church.
Came to a class called Preparing for Forever that I had kind of put together for singles because it was our goal to make sure that people had those skills before they walked into marriage.
Live a Life was there, and they were leading a seminar, and I'll never forget, it was called Preparing for Forever. Sure enough, from the very first 2 minutes of the class, we're having oohs and ahs moments. And so the class really resonated with me, and it really made me feel like I needed to be there. Sometimes you felt there's moments in life where you feel led to a certain situation. I was led to that moment.
So he actually approached me afterwards. We grabbed dinner together, and that started a mentorship, of Julian as he was walking through this season of his life.
Coming to the church and participating in a Live a Life seminar and stuff like Preparing for Forever really gave me that support, that backbone to really stay grounded in Jesus. I don't know if I would be mentally, emotionally, spiritually where I am today if it wouldn't have been for the moment I walked through that door of that seminar and church. Through the church, through my own baptism, through Preparing for Forever, I learned the significance of marriage and the power behind marriage. The way that I see marriage now, it's not just a ceremony. Looking at how my life was before and how it is now, I feel like I'm in a totally different space, and it makes me really excited. It makes me really excited because it's an excitement that I didn't have before.
Julian now has this awesome support system. So he's surrounded now by people that are doing things and headed in the same direction that he's going in. And it's so important that you have that in this world, because if you're all alone, it's that's Satan's playground. He's gonna come in and pick you off. So he's not all alone anymore. He's got people.
Everything is built on relationships. We oftentimes will like to pretend that relationships aren't as critical as they are, but the reality is relationships are critical. So as culture has kind of guided things to more and more individual, whatever feels good to you, whatever you want to do, whatever way you like it, it's led to really a lack of knowledge of how. The Culture of Freedom initiative, it's brought a lot of churches together in our city to have what I think are just the right conversations to have. One of the things that's been so helpful for us has been our involvement in the Culture of Freedom project has enabled us to connect with other churches that maybe we wouldn't have connected with. Sitting in a room, having conversations around what if what we were doing and the energy we were putting into this, what if that energy kind of started to surge together and it started to influence our city through the conversations that have been facilitated through the Culture of Freedom project. It's turned into a lot of synergy.
Support for the Culture of Freedom initiative is changing lives, just like Julian's. And I've seen hundreds of marriages change through the work that we're doing because of your funding. And we just thank you. We thank you that you're giving generously into God's kingdom and to God's work in this world. And we thank you that you want to connect people to healthy relationships.
Your support for churches like ours here at Celebration and churches across our city and in other areas, you're making possible things that are changing lives.
A really big thank you to the Culture of Freedom Initiative and the funders. None of this would really be possible without you. And I'm really, really appreciative for everything that has been poured into my life because of it. And now a lot of other lives, people around me are going to be changed because of it. So thank you so much.